Hey, what's going on, guys? Just got some crazy news today that I thought I'd share with y'all. So let's get to the point. Venezuelans are in two apartment complexes, just straight up running the joint, man. They run up in there with guns, and they just, let me see if I can find it for y'all. Type in Venezuelan gangs in Colorado when y'all get the chance. And it's crazy, man. They extorting the people in there, man. They getting the tenants out. And it's Aurora, Colorado, to be specific. And the gangs are in there just getting them out, man. Just straight up getting them out. So let's look at this video right here. It's pretty much in local news.
Into our top story of the morning. So this is brand new video obtained here at Fox 31. This is at an apartment complex in Aurora showing men with long guns and pistols in their hands. This is at an apartment building, and a pretty concerning video that is now going viral on social media. National news is picking this up, but we've been following this locally for weeks, and we have questions.
City council members and people living in the area claim this is part of a gang takeover in several parts of the city. Those claims now getting national attention. So we wanted to go right to the mayor. Mayor Mike Kaufman joins us live via Zoom this morning to talk more about the situation. First of all, thank you for taking some time out. I know you're dealing with a lot. When you see this video, what do you think? Because I don't live in Aurora, but I think to myself, holy cow, if I lived in Aurora, I'd be freaking out right now.
Well, it's let me put it in context first. This concern that it's 3 apartment complexes, but that's not to minimize it at all. But we're the 51st largest city.
Wow. So I said, let's pause there. Pause it right there. He said 3 apartment complexes. I thought it was 2. So these illegal aliens they just took over 3, not 2, like I said earlier, but 3. You heard it out of his mouth. 3 apartment complexes. And they're extorting the people who live in there, and they just straight up running the joint. Illegal immigrants, illegal aliens. They are in this country because of what? Who? Joe Biden and his open border policy. Let's get that straight. And those people in Colorado, in those apartment buildings, probably had no guns. Cause they come knocking on this door, man. It's gonna be some fireworks going off. I'm telling you right now. Okay, so let's continue this damn video. This mayor, Mike Kaufman. Get a good look at his name. Get a good look at him. Let's see what he's going to talk about now. See what he's talking about.
But there are 3 apartment complexes that we believe in, that where there is a concentration of Venezuelan migrants, and the criminality is unfortunately followed. So we have a task force with local, state, and our federal law enforcement partners working on it to root these criminals out and get them off the streets. But it certainly concerns me. But it is in 3 apartment complexes.
You can't always plan when you'll need a gun. Rational gun owners carry not because it's a weapon, but because it's a shield.
Now, you and I...
So, the guy, see, if that was to happen, like, if a gang of, like, Americans was to do that, oh, man, you'll see SWAT team. It would look like something out of a GTA game. Like, it'll be like 5-star level, man. It will not stop, yo. It will just be out of this world. It'll be like Secret Service coming out. It will be like FBI agent. It'll be like it would just be like, you know how you get the cheat code in GTA and you just get it just keep getting like the military involved, and then the next thing you know, you got the black suits coming in. It's like, it's something like, I don't know if y'all ever went to the extent of that, but it's like 5-star level where you see stuff you're not even supposed to see, man. These illegal immigrants, they not getting that treatment, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what will happen if Americans is to do it. But not even, it's not gonna happen for these. They just going straight over. And how long have they been doing this? It's been over 24 hours, man. This is a 10-hour-old video, man. But I'm saying, like, it's not gonna take that long, man. They gonna get the National Guard. It's gonna be like some fireworks going on, man. I just don't know what's going on right now. Like, it would be it's different treatment, put it like that. They give them billions of our tax dollars to go get these guns and come in this country and live the lavish life, and then they bring they third world ass manners over here to a first world. So we about to reap the benefits of our dumbass politicians, man. Real life Joe Biden policies, man.
Talked about this issue of apartment complexes, migrant gangs. We talked about this at length last week. And I did ask you if you knew about armed people going around and intimidating people at these complexes, and you said you did know that this was happening to the apartment building owners, and to an extent that we knew it was happening to people who lived there. But my question is, when did you first see this video, and when did you know it was to the extent that we're seeing in this video?
Well, we've known, I think I put out a couple weeks ago that we had formed the task force. We knew at that time that we had formed the law enforcement task force to root them out, that there was intimidation going on, and part of that intimidation certainly involves individuals with weapons.
Mr. Mayor, why Aurora? You know, I've got people from across the country sending me messages. What's going on in Aurora? Why are these gangs in Aurora? Do we know why they came here? Why they seem to be taking over some spots in our city?
So I'm trying to trace it back right now. I can tell you, some things that are unconfirmed that I believe are true.
Okay, so you say he's trying to trace it back right now. It is real easy to trace this stuff back, man. Like I just said, it's Biden's open border policies. A lot of these people are illegals, and this wasn't happening during the Trump presidency, man. This is just plain wasn't, man. As a matter of fact, it was just it says Trump left office, man. Like, yeah, the illegal immigrants has been coming over like by millions. It's like millions of them, and they going to get a ability to vote, and they are just saying, I'm voting for Biden, man. Like, it is because they know the benefits that they go get, and the benefits that they get we don't get, man. Like, we got homeless veterans out here who fought for our freedoms in this country, who come over with PTSD. They live in the streets in tents, man. Like, but he's trying to figure it out. He's trying to trace it back.
I think we know that these gang elements are attracted to concentrations of Venezuelan migrants. That's unfortunately, there's a lot of criminality in Venezuela. It's basically a failed state. The role of the police department there is to protect the government. It's not to protect the people. And so, unfortunately, some of these criminal elements have come up with the migrants.
So, he said the role of the Venezuelan was to protect the government, not to protect the people. It seemed like the same thing is happening here with our politicians, man. They don't care about us. They don't want to they want to take away our guns, man. Especially Kamala, communist ass. She wants to take away our guns and not respect the Constitution. It's just ridiculous what's going on, and they bring in that third world shit here, man. And then when something pop off, they gonna be like, all right, Americans, turn in our guns so we could be even more defenseless, man. And then who's gonna be protected at that point? The illegals and the politicians, because they got guards and guards behind guards. So we in one right now. I don't even know if I want to play this whole video, but Cause it's hard hearing. It's not hard, but it's just dumb hearing this guy talk, man. This guy's what is he doing? He told about set up a task force. Man, get in contact with the governor, man, and calling. Isn't Colorado a red state? Like, calling the National Guard, man. What the hell is going on out here? Shit's unacceptable.
Venezuela does not share criminal histories with the United States, and so it's very difficult to vet them at the border, yet they've been allowed to come in anyway. People can cross the border illegally, be arrested, and then receive humanitarian parole. They apply for political asylum until their cases can be adjudicated. It's a terrible combination where they come into the country. They don't have access to a work permit for 6 months. They don't have resources. I think what happened, and again, I'm trying to trace this back, is that what happened is we had, we had some buildings that unfortunately are pretty run down, have a high vacancy rate or relatively low rent, and I think somebody placed them there. Is it an agency of the federal government, perhaps using some of our local nonprofit partners?
Agent. Wow. So he's not trying to place the blame, but he's saying little key words out there, and he's blaming Biden in a way, but he's not saying Biden. Government agencies placing them there. I mean, you heard the guy say it, man. And they being placed in low income places. What happens when it starts to come to your neighborhood, man? I'm telling you right now, I gotta buy more ammo, cause that shit come here, man. I'm racking off. Ain't nobody about to kick me out of my place, man. We're alive, man. I pay. It's not even me about paying rent, man. It's my home, man. I can't let nobody kick me out, man. And the thing is, like, I gotta be separate from this type of bullshit, cause shit like this not supposed to be happening, man. We supposed to have borders, man. You can't just let these people come in and then pay them our tax dollars, man. And then they get treated as super citizens by us regular citizens who pay into the system. We just plain get that man. We just get effed. I'm not even trying to be too vulgar. We just be getting effed, man. Like, okay, what else is this
as a conduit? Because the city of Aurora took a position early on that we were not going to participate in the migrant crisis. We were not going to provide taxpayer support, and we were not.
Okay, you say migrant crisis. It's not a migrant crisis. It is a illegal immigrant crisis. They got to be specific with the words, because if you just like saying the vaccine works, it's not a vaccine. It's a biological weapon, a BOW for those who play the Resident Evil games. It's something that doesn't cure you. As a matter of fact, it makes things 10 times worse. Shoot that biological weapon in your arm and you'll become a zombie if you already aren't.
I'm going to be a conduit for federal dollars to come in to provide assistance. This is not our problem. This is a problem created by the federal government at the border with bad policy. And so it's the federal government that needs to solve this problem, not the city of Aurora. But somehow we've gotten this problem. We inherited this problem involuntarily. And so I'm trying to walk it back and say, I believe that these people just didn't go there on their own. I think somebody put them there, and I'm trying to find out right now, and I haven't.
So he sounds pretty innocent to me, man. It sounds like he really tried to get to the bottom of things, and I don't really blame him for that. And maybe it is not his fault, you know. Sound like to me that what he's saying it is the federal government and the NGOs, non-government organizations, are placing these illegals in places where they can strategically stay at. And why nothing hasn't been done is probably because they want it to happen, and they just waiting for that shot heard across the world just to be like, we are the bad guys. Those MAGA extremists are the bad guys. they can just blow it across the news. Why has not hit the news yet, I don't know. That's local news, but national news, at least they start hitting that news. So I'm bringing it to y'all so y'all could be aware. It is getting crazy. Y'all hold y'all fort down, and if y'all can, go everywhere y'all can with one on you. You know what I'm saying? When I say one on you, I mean that strap, that sword, that modern day sword like Jesus commanded us to have, and practice and watch who you keep in circle and keep your head on a swivel, man. They out here, man. They is out here, and the government is just making it worse, and they just waiting for a reaction, man, so they could just come in and be like, okay, it's time to take the guns. When they supplying our enemies with guns, when it's just a problem reaction solution type situation. They create the problem, we the people react, and say react, like say they come in here, they try to come in here, it's gonna be some guns blazing, and then they go provide the solution, be like, okay, the citizen made a citizen's arrest, or citizen protected himself in his home like I was supposed to, and they gonna be like, oh, but it's poor migrants. Oh, the poor migrants, they didn't deserve it. You know, they just gonna sob story them, and then the solution is to lock me up, or lock people like me up that had the balls to protect ourselves, and just be like, you know what, just take all the guns. But they just, these NGOs, man, they got hell of a chessboard, and they planning like I don't know what. They like they just moving the pawns, man, on this chessboard, and they think they could you know, just put us in a spot where they could king us, man. But us as people, we gotta get together and just and for one, like, take over our, I mean, not even take over, but it's like basically just work on ourselves first, and work on our homes, and get together with people in our community, build our community so we can make a safer community, man. It starts with us first, man, and then we could get then we could pretty much expand from there, because they got us divided, man. You know, y'all have a good one. I ain't gonna talk this video too long, and we got to get Trump back in there, man, because Trump had things in order, man. But they doing everything they can to keep Trump out. Everything they can, man. I hope whoever comes across this video just has the light to see, you know, through all the BS, and could just get over your feelings, man, for who you felt against Trump, or it doesn't even matter. It's just get over your feelings. It's just look at the cost benefit analysis. How much is it costing you, and what is the benefits out of having this person in office or that person in office, man? The cost benefit analysis should speak for itself, man. With Trump, we had prosperity, we had peace for 4 years, and we had low inflation, and we had a whole lot of propaganda saying orange man bad this, orange man bad that. Now the media is not really talking too much, because they got who they want in there, who is a puppet, and he's already been exposed as a puppet. The guy can't even put two words together, and so the media is just happy with who they have, man. But they will go on overdrive once Trump get back in, man. So y'all gotta stay prayed up, put the Most High Yah, Jesus Christ, first, and in every move y'all do, and let's become together as one, man. One. Don't be divided, man. One love. Until somebody wanna mess up your peace, you put that away from you. You know what I mean? Until then, peace be with y'all.